Hello and welcome to the Salt Collect channel. We collect buckets of salt from the tears of enemies, and today we're going to say goodbye to the Boltyn Cheerios deck because we have reached my milestone, or my internal goal of deck testing, whatever you want to call it. 100 games. Yeah, it's been over quite a long period of time. 100 games, with a solid 77% win rate. Albeit this is maybe like 1 week into heavy hitters, but I don't. Yeah, so to me that tells me enough, though, in terms of 100 games, 77% win rate, which is actually, I think, my best deck on any hero that I have this over let's say 50 games even. This guy started off at 80% at 50 games, and then lost a few games, and each loss really hurts the percentage. But keeping 77, I think, is pretty solid. Anything above 80, is very, very good. Anything above 85, you're talking like Lexi level domination. So 77% for me is pretty damn good. We can quickly go through some of the matchups, how I felt we were favored or unfavored, or just my experience in it overall. Arachnid Huntsman, they're going to fatigue you. That's the only way they're going to win. They do have a lot of attack action cards, so their blocks are not super ideal against you, and it's tough to set up nice big View the Vanguard turns because of their disruption. But you just got to be patient against this guy. Sometimes you got to suffer a scholar, whatever it's called, hit and lose a couple cards on top of your deck in order to make that work. Favorite, I would say. Azalea. A lot of Boltyn players feel like it's a tough match. It's an uphill battle, and unfavored. I've had pretty good results both in real life and on Teleshar against Azaleas. I play Soulbond here. I go first when I can, and I hope to, because why do I go first? A lot of people say go second, and then there's a debate on Soulbond or Tunic. I go first because I get to Arsenal, and if I get to Arsenal D-React, it's good game. And their first turn is almost never a dominated attack because they don't have an Arsenal. They can't sneaky peeky get one around. And if you manage to, I don't know, if you do play Warmongers turn 1 is just bone breaking for them. Turn 0, I should say. So for me, I think we're favored. Maybe not 6-1 favored, but we're slightly favored. In my experience, I could see the difficulties of playing Azalea, and I think it's just a matter of getting reps in, and knowing how greedy to be, how defensive to be, when to pull the trigger, that type of thing. Normally I find if the Vanguard turns don't work, it's more getting some good Lumina Ascension turns off of 3-card hands after a not so devastating on-hit arrow. Then we go to Bravo. I think Bravo, we all agree, all Boltyn players agree, that it is a favored matchup for us. 14-2 here. Again, I don't think it's 14-2 favored, but yeah, it should be a win here. I don't think I need to talk too much about this one. Dash, it's hard to say. Only 3 games, and I think 2 of them were Turtle Dash. 1 was OG Dash. I don't know which one I lost to. I think it might have been Turtle Dash, which is actually a better matchup for us because we get a setup. I think I might have hit some power cards to my Lumina Ascension off the top. Again, I don't think I need to talk about this one too much. Dash IO, I've done both on Sabers. On Sabers, I've won every time, I think. No, that's a lie. I won twice on Sabers, twice on Raiden, and I lost once on Sabres. I think they just put on the pressure from turn 1, and I couldn't get my combo out in turn. On Raiden is basically a fatigue match, unless you know from turn 0 or from whatever turn it is that you've got Luminous Ascension, via the Vanguard, Luminous Ascension, then it becomes a race. But if that's not happening, it becomes a fatigue. You fatigue them. Maybe if you get the CNC, you can hit them with that. Keep your D-Reacts in arsenal. Save them for the on-hits or the dominate attacks only. Because no matter what, you are going to get value out of your arsenal. Whether it's in there for 3 turns or you use it on the first turn. So the smarter you use it, the more chance of you. The smarter the time you use it, the more chance of victory. Simply put, if that makes sense. Because if you have 0 cards in your hand, and you're not going to arsenal anyways, you're not losing the opportunity to arsenal. And you're just taking vanilla damage. And if you can afford to take vanilla damage, then take vanilla damage. Then when he gets to things like grenades, whatever other on hits that are pretty devastating, then you bring out your arsenal, and do it that way. Okay, moving on. Dorinthia. Yeah, well, let's go back to Dash.io. I do think we're favored here. For one favored, I don't know. Dorinthia is definitely not a 5-0 favored, but, and I'll get onto it a little bit later. Playing Dorinthia, playing Azalea, playing Dromai, playing against these type of heroes is where I feel like I've got a handle on it. Then when I go into games like Fi, Rhinar, KO, these games I feel like I'm not as good as other Boltyn players again in these matchups. So it's when you're talking in the Boltyn group and stuff, and you're figuring out, oh, Azalea, we're unfavored, or Dromai, we're unfavored. But Fi, we're favored. And then I look at my results, I think, what the hell's happening? But it's just, I think, I'm out of breath. I just went on a big walk. Sort of your play style, B, your deck, and then, of course, who you play against and how good they are and that type of thing. So my deck and my play style suits games where other people feel they're losing and they're struggling a little bit. So yeah, Dorinthia, it's just being patient, playing smart, keeping D-Reacts in, understanding what they have and what they can do on their turns, and how important is that turn to them. If it's super important, block it out. If it's not super important, take 10 damage, give them a counter, and then do 20 damage back to them. Force them to block out so they lose their counter and whatnot. Not blocking against Dorinthia is sometimes pretty good because a lot of the deck requires blocking. Yeah. And then the Decimator Axe deck. It is tough, but with 1 Remembrance and 2 to 3 setups of V the Vanguard, it's very hard for them to block 60, 70 points of damage over the course of a game and not lose. They do get, sometimes it does align for them where they get their Tunic counter up for their, whatever it's called, Steel Blade Shunt, and they can block out effectively that way. Sometimes it works. But I haven't run into too many problems against Dorinthia. Dromai is dropping off the map a bit. I think it's a favored matchup for us. 7-1 favored, no. But favored. Fi, I'm leaning to more towards the Raiden build against Fi. Just because I feel like there's more agency and we have more agency, or I have more agency. And after a lot of learning, a lot of losing, I finally managed to pick up some wins on Raiden and feel comfortable there. Icelander, let's forget about Icelander. Kano, yeah, I mean, we've got Spill Void. They all need 2 Aether Wildfires to win. And then with the introduction of Agility, taken on the chin, I stopped 2 Aether Wildfires. It was the 3rd one that got me. It wasn't on this deck. It was on another deck, but it was the same sort of Spell Void 2, Take on the Chin in Arsenal, Soul Bond, Resolve active, and then 2 a yellow in hand to pitch, and it was for the win. So he played his first one, said okay, fine, no problem there. Played Take on the Chin, instant speed. He did the top of his deck twice, get energy potions. He flipped 2 in a row, Aether Wildfires, and the rest of his hand was blue, and he had a Blazing Aether. He did something like 85 damage. I just stopped blocking at that point. I just gave up. But he needs 3. If you have a Take on Chin in Arsenal, he needs 3 Aether Wildfires. 2 of them's not going to cut it because the first one is blocked completely out by Spell Void plus Take it on the Chin. And then the second one you can block 2 damage with that at least with Soul Bond Resolve and Arcane Barrier 1. Kasai, like I said, this deck is very new in the heavy hitters meta. So Kasai I haven't played too many games against. I find it's just a race. And a bit like the Dorinthia matchup, be smart about what to block, what not to block, when to block. Is taking 10 vanilla damage, not the end of the world. Avoid giving them gold, avoid giving them copper, because that really gets the engine going for them. And then smart use of D-Reacts. Taking on Chin also helps here. Katsu the Wanderer, my worst matchup, I think, by far. I absolutely hate this matchup because I just never know what's going to happen. This is 100% combo, 2 wins, 1 loss. Yeah. This is 1 combo win, 1 Raiden win, 2 Raiden losses. I think it's 50-50 matchup. If they keep the pressure on, they keep their agility tokens, then you're in trouble. Cast Bones is a almost guaranteed 6 go again. Sometimes it's a 0 for 6 go again, 0 for 5, which is still pretty solid. He's going to be tough, I feel. Perhaps combo, he's too quick for combo to work with enough disruption. 3 CNCs, 3 Send Packings, 1 Scaling Flashback. So unless you combo really quick, which is what I did, and avoid somehow sneak around, Scaling Flashback, then I would say Raiden's the way to go. Levia has become more consistent, so Raiden, I would say here, more consistent and less worrying about scab skin rolls because of the agilities, agile windups. I think we'll see a lot more brutes, so it's worth shoring up, worth building up your reps on those matchups. KO, Levia, and Rhinar. Levia and KO play quite similarly in that they're just going to attack a lot with vanilla damage, and they'll do above rate turns consistently, whereas Rhinar is blocks very well, has a lot of non-attack actions, and then can just out of nowhere do 25 damage, or 20 damage, claw, something, swing big, or claw, go again attack, swing big. So yeah, they can do quite a bit of damage. Max the Hype Nitro combo. I think your combo is better than his combo. Our combo is better than his combo. Raiden might be too slow. So yeah, combo is butt. Riptide is a tough one. All of his traps work on us. The fatigue version of Riptide, I think, might be tougher because they'll block out a lot. But they do have a lot of attack actions. They do have quite a few arrows that they want to use. But if it lines up for them and just block with their traps and then they hit you back with their arrows, each of their arrows have an on hit which you don't want to take. And then there's Codex and other things that just cause a lot of pain. So yeah, that's a tough matchup. You just got to play almost counterintuitively where you don't want to get go again. You don't want to buff your attacks until maybe the second cycle once they've used some of the traps, especially the ones like what's it called? Collapsing Trap and Buzzsaw Trap, which just ruin your turn. And if you manage to get out prioritize getting out a Spirit of Rhinar, so even if they do Collapsing Trap you and you have a Luminescentia in hand, you can pop off without worrying about discovering your hand there. So Boltyn, Breaker, Dawn, and 3 of these I want on combo against Raiden, which is just a free win. If they're playing Raiden and you're playing combo, it's a free win. If it's combo against combo, I don't know yet. It just sounds like a really boring matchup. And then I did 2 more other games where I said to the player, listen, I don't want to play combo. If you're going to play combo, I don't want to play this game. So then we decided, happily both, to play Raiden. And I snuck those 2 wins there. Victor Goldmain, I see this guy being a problem. It's early days and he's still tough. He's going to be harder than Bravo. He doesn't have the dominate attacks, but he's got the free block value with his gold generation, draw a card. And if he's able to get that engine going and then he trounces you and fails, but then destroys a gold and then wins his trounce, it's painful. It's really painful. So I could see this guy becoming more and more polished, his deck becoming more fine-tuned, and absolutely dominating. Aggro decks. He's going to dominate the aggro decks for sure. But against the other Guardians, against maybe Dromai might be tough, Guardians will be tough, Brute will be tough. So he might not be too good into the meta, but he will keep a check on the aggro decks. Visitor, you saw me play and lose that game. I don't think it's unfavored. I don't think it's super favored. I think it's a tough matchup. The combo deck, Runechant deck, I think is tougher than the aggro deck because they block pretty well. And when they want, they're going to do a lot of damage. I don't think we play AB. And there's no point playing AB because they're going to hit us with 20 Runechants. We're going to spend 4 cards blocking maybe 6 of those Runechants. And then we're going to take physical damage from 9th Rune Blood Gate, whatever the hell it's called, or Arcanite Ascendancy. So yeah, that I haven't played enough reps into that game to fully give a good answer there. Vince, I think I've played enough. I only have 2 on this deck. It's just a race. You want to go first. You don't want to give them rune chance. If you can go first, set up a nice arsenal. Get your tunic on 3 for your V turn as soon as possible, hoping you get the V, obviously. And then keep them on the back foot that way. No AB here. So those are the games, sort of end results that I've played. Try it out. The deck is fun. It does take a lot of learning because it is very, very tough to manage your soul. You don't have like take flights to give you free soul. This should be in sideboard. You don't have, I think take flight's the main thing. The rest of it is managing your soul, 2 to 3 soul. You've got going maybe 3 charges with the V the Vanguard, making sure you hit with an Engulfing Light, Courageous Steel Hand, Charge Light Brigade type of attacks. Take on Chin has helped a lot. So yeah, it is a tough deck to master because of the lack of soul management built into it. But once you're able to do that, then it becomes very effective and very efficient in what we're doing with our 0-cost attacks. Our Vs always work because we're always drawing into 0-cost attacks. I mean, Bannerets, apart from Bannerets. But then you charge the Bannerets. But if we're talking about like playing a couple V, charging 2 or 3 times the V, then snatching or Bolt of Couraging and drawing something else, you're very likely to hit another 0-cost attack. Illuminate, Express Lightning, another draw card. That's Living the Dream. Bolting Blade's also fine. Celestial Cataclysm, maybe, depending on your soul. Healthness, whatever the word is. So yeah, that's the Cheerios deck. Give it a shot. I could see a lot of people have been playing it. Where are the results? 368. So there's 268 games that I haven't played. But it is a different style deck to what most people are used to with Take Flights, Valiant Thrusts, that type of thing. So it does getting used to. You need to bear that in mind. Okay, so I've been chatting now for 20 minutes on that, which is kind of long, kind of boring. I'm going to try a new deck. Same new Boltyn deck, but I'm going with a 1-cost style. I call it one cost. Don't really read into the names. Mainly because I have 6 take flight, 6 valiant thrusts, and then some of the normal stuff within it. 2 greater steel hand. I need to fill up. I had these as snatches, but I used to have snatches, e-strikes, and take it on the chin, and it just wasn't working. This could be take it on the chin, but I feel like getting the damage out of courageous steel hand onto an on hit is better than getting the go again and prevent 2 with take it on the chin. Played a few games. This is the deck that I lost to. Is it? No. Okay, so I lost to a couple gold victors, beaten Azalea, lost to Rhinar on 1 life. I lost to Rhinar. He reckless swung my butt. So we'll try it out now. See where we go. It is close in line to what I played with at Nationals. I think I tweak my deck so much it evolves to a point where it loses what it was, and I forget what it was, and I'm trying to work with what I have, which isn't always the best thing to do, always the best approach. Yeah, a little bit more measurement in the cards I'm changing and what's going out, and especially over 3 or 4 changes, then things start to look very different to what it started out as. But yeah, let's get some games in, see how we do, see how it feels. I've played a few games, like I said, I doesn't feel too bad. The soul management feels way better with the take flights. Be the Vanguard feels like crap most of the time. Like really, if I'm drawing even 2 1-cost cards, well, 2 1-cost cards you just put away. But if you draw 2 1-cost cards and maybe 2 generics, and you're like, oh my god, this is not good. So that's why I cut my generics down to 3, maximum of 3 on each strike. No combo in this. Warmongers instead. We're against the brute. Yeah, I think maybe we go first to avoid getting free damage from him in. Bro Lord. I normally play Soul Bond, thinking about Soul Bonding, but I don't mind tunicking. Maybe we'll Soul Bond. We'll keep the Soul Bond going. I want to put you in, and you 3. I think that's good because of he doesn't play whatever it's called, and pulping, Crown of Providence. Yeah, I think we do that. But if we're going first, Tunic does feel better in this matchup. I'll go Tunic. Okay, so we're definitely doing this. Plus this, and not attacking with our Raiden. Nice, leaking the damage. Cool, so this is pretty good. I still don't mind blocking here. We do this. And this, we're taking 1, and then we're having a very good turn on the flip side. And against Brute, block when you can, really. Let's see what he does. This is a go again, plus the courage. Pretty sweet. Okay, he's taking it. Nice. If he's got a full 5-card hand with a Blood Rush Bellow, we're in trouble. Okay, it looks like he has a big ass hand. Is he going to attack us with? I guess we hope for some. Oh, we hope for some life gain here. Maybe not. Okie dokie. What else? Maybe he does Apex plus a 6 power attack. Yeah. Fair diggums. Getting the armor out though, which is nice. Okay, so we can block 6, attack back for 4. That's fine. And then we arsenal the Vanguard. Okay. Which ain't great, to be honest. Claw. Blocking 3. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can. Yeah, we just attack here. It does feel bad to IP ourselves, but we're setting up. He's going to use the Scowling Flashback, which is fine. It means we'll have an arsenal. Yeah, so this is totally fine. Runner. I believe we take this. Mandible. We take this as well. That's fine. And here we force them to use his Scowling. And pray we get to keep our Bolting Blade. If not, we still get the 5 here and we get the Arsenal Bolting Blade. So, not the end of the world. If he doesn't use Scowling, then we go Bolting Blade straight away. Yeah, he's going to use it. Nice. Having Light the Way in Arsenal is totally fine because it's going to force some blocks. Saying that he does have quite a few non-attack action cards that he can block with. D-reacts, that type of thing. Nice. Does have the agility he's going from. Runner is a pretty good card. Helps keep the engine going. Agility loop. Okay. Yeah, expected, sort of. Illuminate, perfect. That's what we want to. If we're going to see anything go, that's what we'll see go. Do we take? I think we always take the first one, right? Because then if he barraging beats down, we get in trouble. I'll do this. If he does it to us now, then he does it. What's it called? The okay, not too bad. Yeah, I think we block, take 2, then come back with Illuminate. And then he's got one more Blood Rush. Somewhere one's at the bottom of his deck. One could be coming now. That would be quite unlucky if he did manage to do that and get 3 within his first 20 cards, or less than 20. Beacon of Vic, nice. CNC, okay. Not the end of the world here. We go block, Q. And now we can Lumina Ascension. Lumina. Yep. We don't need to go again. That hits. Nice. He's running out of armor, which is very good for us. Go again, obviously. Let's see if we get his hand. We do. So we got 4 points of damage plus his hand. This is kind of annoying. But I want to keep V the Vanguard. So I'm going to illuminate, go again via the Vanguard. Command and Conquer. Sorry. And then we still got a Warband of Bologna for us. Okay, so the only thing he can do here is CNC us. That would hurt. But outside of that, we're pretty good. Yeah, it's fine. We take 7. And then we come back for a lot of damage. Yeah, enter. And he ain't got nothing left. I wonder what this is in Arsenal. Maybe it's like a Alpha Rampage or something, or a 3-cost attack. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do that. I think we're still good with our soul. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him at this point. I'm gonna go you. Must block. He blocks with 2 cards. This, yeah. Suppose he has to block with 2. This one he can also block with 2. Or maybe he wants to pitch that for something there. I don't know. The Beast Within is what I'm referring to. Do we force out the blocks, or do we try to get lucky? Because no matter what, we're going to hit with 5, right? Put them down to 1. We can try and force out the blocks. I think let's try to get lucky. Let's try to get lucky. He's going to block, I think. I don't think you want to go down to 1 life. Especially with... okay. Nice. Maybe we just win from here. This is a Beast Within. So it goes to 6. Okay, he's just taking it. Okay, I mean, yeah, we got quite good turns there. 14.86. We didn't really get to show off the V turns. I think we block with them. We didn't get to show off take flight too much. It was more of V the Vanguard winning the game, and that's what our Cheerios deck does better. Anyways, let's go to the next game. See how it goes. I guess if we went second, we would have played Soul Bond, perhaps, mayhaps. Just checking up on the Dutch boys in Liverpool. Sander just missed out on top 8. Eric, our draft expert here in the Netherlands, I think he's got to win 2 games, 2 more yeah, I think there's 2 games left or 1 game left, and he's got to win them to go through. He was in the final top 8 pod for the final pod of the calling. And I think he lost his first game, so good luck. Wish him best of luck for the next two. Yeah, I'd like to get some Valiant Thrusts going. Tenacity for me hasn't been too good. Mainly like a 0 for 4, 0 for 5. I haven't reached the high levels. Amanas. I'll go first. I think we tunic again here, and we just go hard. Same thing. He's not going to block. Tenacity isn't good. Soul Shield's a bit better in this matchup because we're not getting what's the word? Intimidated. But I don't know what I'd take out for it. I want to keep the aggression on. Let's stick with this. And I put these in for pulpings basically. Yeah, I think let's do that. Celestial Cataclysm. Okay. Pitch one, shoot. Yeah, but do we really care? Do we want to fill his graveyard? We don't, right? So we start off with this. Just to get soul, fine, he can block with as many cards as he wants to, but I don't want to fill his graveyard too much. We need to be smart here and just play it patiently. Just weather the storm on the big turns. Do we just, no. Let's just draw a card, see what it is. Light the way. Q. Bringing Bravado in Arsenal. Banner of Courage. Yeah. Not bad. Maybe put a Light the Way in the Arsenal. So block 2. Swing big. Okay, maybe I block 3 here. Keep the soul going strong. Yeah. Keep the soul. Block 3, do 3. Let's keep the soul. That's a good thing to think about. What's worth more? I'm coming in for 8 here. He's gonna be able to start playing his cards. Well, unless he's going with a Art of War or Blood Rush. We're keeping our soul. Okay, nice. 9-point life lead. Ain't gonna last long. Enjoy it while we can. There we go. I'm always okay to take the first one. Second one, I think I'm also okay to take. Let's see. And then what's he got? Swing big. Okay, so he got the dream. Which sucks, but is part of it. I could go block, block, block. And then get the go again for free on this one. Force a block. Here. I think it's fine. No, it's not going to work, is it? I think I just do this then. And then coming for 8 on the flip side. attack, charge, and attack again. So yeah, I'm coming for 8, pretty good. Is he gonna block? Probably. I need to set up my arsenal a bit better. It's just tough if he's gonna swing big. Blood Rush swing big. That's nice. Getting some value. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely take the value. 2 points of damage for free there. Smash back the Alehorn. Claw. Okay, so here, what I'm considering doing is CNCing. Just on, I could take this hit and then CNC, force 2-card block, set up a better turn for Luminous Ascension. Yeah, let's do that. Or a block 1, Engulfing Light, snap, Luminous Ascension. Because you can just carry Husk, right? You can carry the Husk anytime, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna sink below. I'm gonna put on the pressure. I'm gonna sink below, get rid of you, and then see what we get. Beacon of Vic. That'll be nice for the next turn. And then if he wants to Scowling Flashback, he can Scowling Flashback. That's fine. I'm building up a lot of souls. Maybe Celestial Cataclysm would have been good. He can block out my Luminant quite easily. This I like. I always like to see this. Go again. Maybe Spirit of Rhinar should not have been in this deck. 2 mites. Got 0 in his banner zone. How good is Smashback Alehorn really? That'd be interesting to know. Playing very defensively, which I think is okay, especially that he got nothing in his banner zone. There's no harm in doing that. But we are getting rid of his armor, which is nice. Might +2, also nice for him. There's no, like for him, well, I guess he loses his might, right? So what he might, if he's got a non-attack action, which I don't think is normal, is he considering Scowling? Probably not. Options are block with a card in hand and Scowling, block with Karen Husk. He's blocking with Karen Husk. That's good. We're basically getting rid of his fridge. So now our CNCs are going to do something. Cool. Yeah. Take 4. That's fine. And then a 3-card Lumina is generally not threat to so much of a threat for him to use Scaling Flashback unless he's thinking, all right, I'm on 22 life, my opponent's 22 life, I can Scaling Flashback here, and then come at him for 1 billion. But we are going to keep within touching distance here, because now he's got no armor. No, he has blocks, but just not that good. He can still block, 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 block. And he's got that. Okay. Fair diggums. He's got, yeah, only two things he'd use when he turns to Plasma Fett, so it's not too bad. I mean, having both big reds is nice for him. Smashback plus Scowling. I mean, he could play a patient game very easily and not worry too much. We've only 3 bloodies. Okay, what's going on here? Nice. Okay, cool. So this, I think, is pretty good for us. I have to use Warband of Bologna here. It does suck, but I wish I blocked with it earlier. Getting 3 Luminas in a row is pretty nice. Drawing Vida Vanny. Oh, love it. Guts to love it. So we get to Lumina, stick you in Arsenal, take whatever damage is coming our way. Scaling Flashback is still there. So that's annoying. I'll do this now. Don't matter, the block's over. Yeah, let's just... I think I'll save Courageous. If he Scowlings now, it's fine, because then our the Vanguard will be insane. Would I lose? Do I get lucky again? No, I do not. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so I did lose 3 points of damage. But I'm going to come back real hard here. I think I'm going to put in these 2. Attack with this one. Oh, good. Oh, my goodness. That's fine. I think that's not too bad, right? So I can... let 7 go again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then we got Light the Way. Or do I Bolt of Courage, Snapdragons? That's an option. Doing 6 damage to him now will get rid of that. He lost another 3 life, right? Because he didn't. Yeah, cool. So yeah, so what I can do, thinking. Please bear with me, because he needs to block. Yeah, let's do this. I'm doing this. I'm just forcing him to block. Okay, that's fine. I'm still going to do the go again. And then Duskbane. How many CNCs have you? He's used one CNC. Okay, so nice. We're getting some damage through. That's fine. And then please be a good hand. It's pretty good. I think it's good enough to just... Oh, that was risky. Okay, it's coming up 7. We can play you. Okay, so yeah, I mean he does get. He's probably going to be able to block this out. So let me think clearly here. I'm going to tell him thinking because this is a turn. Thinking. Please bear with me. So I play you. Sorry, play you. Pitch you. Put you in. Right. And then I get attack. It's quite a lot of damage. I think that's what we need to do. Otherwise, I'm playing you, putting you 3 in. Kind of for 6, 12, 19 versus 4, 8, 13, 20. I think we'll do the 20 here. And that means we can Iron Song as well. I think 20 damage is enough here. Charging you. Nice. Okay. So, 0 armor. This is what I mean by having problems with 1-cost cards. Otherwise, I think I would have happily charged you. Oh, sorry, the Banneret, these 2, and then had 2 0-costies. He has to block now. Or he doesn't have to block. He's not blocking. I was thinking he had to block because of Blasmo. Doesn't matter what we do now. I think we save you to the end. Maybe I should have Iron Songed. Defense. Do I have to give it a go again now? Yes. Okay, so he's back on a big turn, but he's got to block a lot here. This is coming in for 7, which is a 2-card block, which will still put him down to 1. He's just given up. Okay. Again, quite a good 14 value turns. Would it make a difference if this was a Cheerios deck or a 1-cost deck? I mean, that last turn might have been 1 damage more on a Cheerios deck because I would have gone Illuminate plus a 0-cost 5, a 0-3 plus 2, 5. So we're looking at 1 damage more. I would have used my Tunic. So this Valiant Thrust did help. So what that means to me is that when you don't have a Tunic available, you can still output some nice damage with via the Vanguard. So you don't even need a Tunic. You can play Soul Bond, you can play Grains, don't play Grains. Yeah, it's just, these just give you higher damage outputs per card, but I think the consistency drops a little bit. From my experience, maybe other people. I would say if you're a 1-cost Boltyn player, try to play 0-cost Boltyn. Learn the ins and out of that, and then you can sort of figure out soul management quite nicely. But then coming back to 1-cost Boltyn plays, it feels very awkward and clunky. But perhaps that's because I'm hoping on. I'm expecting 0-cost cards to come from the draws, to come from my Be the Vanguard turns. So maybe don't be so reliant on the Be the Vanguard turns. Be more reliant on higher average per turn damage. I'm talking about going from Being Bravado into Sword into Valiant Thrust with Tunic instead of waiting on your Tunic for Be the Vanguard for that 20 plus damage turn. Yeah, so that's it. 2 games against 2 brutes. Boltyn 1 cost. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned. And yeah, leave your comments in the thing below. And I'll see you next time.